Hello once again, and welcome to the Athletics and Wellness Center on the campus of Earlham College as we bring you Earlham women's basketball on this Monday night non-conference matchup against the Pomeroys of St. Mary of the Woods College. The Pomeroys coming in at 2-6. They've lost their last three, including a big-time loss to Earlham. We'll talk about that matchup coming up in just a few moments. Meanwhile, the Quakers now 1-3, finally getting that first elusive win as they knocked off Anderson on Saturday after rallying from 7 down early to pick up the victory. Well, I'll tell you what, Gerard, this is going to be a huge game tonight for the Quakers to try to keep this thing going, because once they get into that conference schedule, they'll see less and less teams like they're going to see tonight. I know we're going to look at this St. Mary of the Woods team at 2-6, but defensively not a very good team. They give up over 90 points per game so far coming into this one here tonight. So the Quakers are going to look to turn them over quite a bit here in this one this evening.
Well, especially coming off a win, their first win of the season, they're feeling really good about themselves, front of their home crowd. So they come out and expect to get another win, try to continue the streak, and give them even more confidence rolling into conference as they started off conference 1-0. And last time we saw them play at home, they created so many turnovers, but they just weren't able to finish the layups. So I think today's game, you like to practice on a lot of things that you want to get done in conference with teams like St. Mary. And so I just expect them to play all types of different sets that they work on in practice, just everything to get them ready for the next game in conference.
All right, tell you what we'll do. We're going to come back, take a look at the Pomeroys a little bit closer after their first 8 games of this college basketball season. And I know it kind of raised an eyebrow a second ago when I said they're giving up over 90 points per game. Some of their other numbers may surprise you as well. Stay right there. We'll come back in just a few moments here on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sport.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
We're back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center as we get set for the tip-off here tonight between the Quakers and the Pomeroys of St. Mary of the Woods. Today's game being brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Wednesday the turkey breast, Thursday the Italian BMT, and Friday the tuna. Treat yourself at Subway, 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. All right, let's talk about the Pomeroys. The numbers may shock you a little bit this early in the season. They're 2-6. Their last game, they lose to Earlham 91-55. They were down at the half by 21. They were out-rebounded in that contest 50-24. They ended up shooting just 29%, 24% from three-point range, turned the ball over 19 times. But then you look on the other side, Gerard, good, and you think they committed the 19 turnovers, but they forced Rose into 23 turnovers. They also picked up 17 steals in the game, and yet they still lost 91-55. I know it's kind of one of those anomalies. You look at the numbers, and it just doesn't add up, does it?
That is something that it's not common to force 23 turnovers, 17 steals, but yet you lose by 26 points. But last time we saw Earlham play against Wilmington, they forced more turnovers than Wilmington, but just had problems making the layup. So it's something we've seen personally. I don't think I've seen it that high before, and to lose by 26. So if I'm Earlham, we're pressing the entire game.
Oh, yeah, and I don't have any doubt they will. And by the way, the Pomeroys averaging 75.5 points per game, but giving up almost 95 so far this season. Their shooting percentage at only 31. Their opponents are shooting 46%. They actually guard the three pretty well, only giving up 24%. But here's the other thing that's a little bit kind of funky about this game. They are averaging 40 rebounds per game. Now, that means you're either putting up a lot of shots or the other team's putting up a ton of shots, and everybody's missing both ways. But 40 is quite a bit for a women's basketball team.
To have 40 rebounds a game, and going back to the last game you just mentioned, 17 steals, 17 extra possessions. Or they forced Rose home with 23 turnovers, so that's 23 extra possessions. So I can see where they can get quite a bit of rebounds. I think for Earlham, the main thing tonight is take care of the ball.
Yeah.
I know that Earlham can get a lot of steals from St. Mary's, but it can also work against them as well.
By the way, real quick, nobody on their team averages 20 minutes per game. I've done my homework today. 13 players have played in 8 games. 1 more player's played in 7. So they're going to play 14 players tonight. There's no doubt about that. And so think about that. No one averages 20 minutes per game. So don't get too used to anybody being in there for any length of period of time. One other note, Callan Taylor averaging 12.1 points per game, Delaney Kendall at 11 points per game, and Maggie Deemer is at 9.8 points and 4.3 rebounds for the Pomeroys. Let's go and get these starting lineups here tonight, and you have both starters ready to go for this evening.
Well, for St. Mary's, 5'5" sophomore from Indianapolis, number 3, Delaney Kendall will get the start for St. Mary's. Then next, 5'9" sophomore from Beaver Creek, Ohio, number 5, Sydney Ingram. And then as Troy just mentioned, 5'7" senior from Greencastle, Indiana, Callan Taylor. And then to round off the starting 5 with the bigs, 5'10" sophomore from O'Fallon, in Illinois, number 32, Margaret Reimer. And a 5'11" freshman from Corey, Indiana, number 34, Avley Jeffers. And that will round out the starting 5 for St. Mary's.
All right, how about the Quakers?
Then the Quakers, number 5'6" junior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 10, Cameron White. 5'5" sophomore from Osgood, Indiana, number 12, Kayla Bowling. 5'6" junior from Plainfield, Indiana, number 15, Kendall Spears. 5'5" sophomore from Sacramento, California, number 30, Asaya Tenet. And 5'10" junior from Newcastle, Indiana, number 43, Zoe Curtis will round out the starting 5 for the Earlham Quakers tonight.
All right, there you have it. The Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. We'll come back and tip it off in just a few moments. It's the Quakers and the Pomeroys here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. All the action, as always, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Pomeroys, as always, the opposing team in their traveling dark uniforms here tonight. The Quakers in their home whites, and we're ready to get this one underway here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Quakers coming off that nice win. We'll talk about that win more in just a couple of moments. They go to Anderson and pick up a victory there. Now watch these two teams. They're going to go back and forth, and there's a three right out of the chute here tonight.
As a coach, I don't think that's what you want to happen to start the game off the tip. Just walks into a wide-open three-pointer. I'd be very upset if I was coach to start off the game.
Yeah, it was Ingram who hit that shot from three. Now the one thing that you'll notice when the Pomeroys get rolling, they want to get up and down the floor, and they will fly, and they will just keep shooting the basketball here tonight. So Pomeroys basketball as they work it in the half court. And generally, you're not going to see them really even run that shot clock down very far. They want to get the ball out. There's a turnover. That's the one thing they will do. They turn it over 22 times per game as Zoe Curtis at the other end missed the layup, able to get the rebound, and the putback with the left hand no good. So Zoe missing two. Very close, and there is a turnover. Back the other way.
I tell you one thing we do see, Troy, is not even 30 seconds into the game. He already put a new 5 on to sub into the game.
Yeah, that's kind of what they do. As I said, when you're talking about 14, 15 players not even averaging 20 minutes per game, they're going to bring a fresh set of bodies in quite often. It's kind of fun to watch at times, but more confusing from a standpoint as the Quakers turn it over, a standpoint of who's in the ball game and who isn't. So St. Mary of the Woods with a basketball shot from the left wing. That'll be Peyton Hayes who has checked in. There is the rebound for the Quakers as Cameron White turns it over, and the Quakers a couple of early turnovers. There's a three from the corner missed. Missing that one is Delaney Jarrett. And the Pomeroys with a basketball once again with a 3-0 lead. Under the 8:30 mark, and we've got an offensive foul. That's going to go against St. Mary of the Woods, and who'd they get, number 2, Hubbard? So Hubbard picks up the foul.
Well, so far we've seen the Quakers, 3 early turnovers, offensive rebounds given up. The Pomeroys have just come out and out-hustled the Quakers in every aspect of the game so far.
This is going to be one up-and-down game all night long, so get your track shoes on. Here's Tanette with a basketball for the Quakers. Coming off a nice game as well was Spears in that Anderson contest. There's Zoe missing down low, gets the offensive rebound, put back good. So Zoe able to get the bucket. There's another turnover. Cameron with the takeaway and a whistle and a foul called against St. Mary of the Woods. By the way, Zoe in this first, 2 minutes? 4 shots already for the Quakers, 1 for 4.
And that's the difference we saw from the last time when they played Wilmington, when they had a tough time trying to feed her into the post. So clearly they're coming out to establish inside presence to start the game.
By the way, you mentioning this is what we refer to as hockey substitutions. We go 5 for 5, and generally I think they'll just go on the fly and let them come in instead of checking in. It'd be more fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Cameron back in for number 2. Just over 8 minutes remaining. Misses that one. And the Pomeroys with basketball tied at 3. Boy, it's going to be fun watching the scorekeepers try to keep track of all these subs as well. That 3 from the left wing, no good by Catherine White. For the Pomeroys, they're able to get the loose basketball, but they turn it over as well.
We might see a high number in turnovers. I wonder if they'll break the record tonight.
I hope not.
I hope so, too.
Zoe able to get loose underneath, and Zoe now with her second basket of the night. The Quakers now lead it by 2. Pomeroys wasting no time getting that ball down the floor once again. That shot thrown up in the lane and missed by Catherine White, and another offensive rebound for the Pomeroys. And then getting loose and missing the layup underneath is Margaret Reimer. We have seen both bigs miss some early shots here as Tanette brings it across the timeline, gets trapped, tries to throw it off the leg of a Pomeroy player, but Jeffers able to step away and get the takeaway. Here's a 3 in the corner. That one's going to be missed by Callan Taylor, and the Quakers with the basketball. Ball is going to come loose on the near sideline and go out of bounds. And this is what you would consider helter-skelter because here's 5 new. You're only playing about 45 seconds and you're out already.
And that seems to be the Pomeroy's philosophy, 45 seconds to all-out hustle. You come out, you get a breather, and then in a minute later you're going right back into the ball game.
Well, a lot of players like this kind of play. I'm not exactly sure as a player I would like it. There's the drive and the bucket as Bowling gets on the board for the Quakers, and Earlham now leads it 7-3. I just don't think you could really get into the rhythm of a game if you're in and out that much.
It'd be very tough to get the rhythm of the game, and as we've seen that they're having tough times knocking down jump shots. But I think after a few minutes, and you got to remember the Pomeroys are used to this kind of play, so after maybe a couple games used to this style of play, then you can easily find your rhythm.
Quakers will make a change. By the way, that last shot was missed at the other end of the floor by Sydney Ingram. So the Quakers make a change. Newhart is now checked in for the Quakers. Ball loose, and 5 new are coming in. There's a jump ball. Well, I tell you what, you might as well not even get used to the names in there because they're coming 5 at a time. How'd you like to be on the scores desk and try to get those names back in as quick as you can?
I better get paid double if I was working the stat book tonight.
I can't wait till the second quarter when you try to figure them all out here. I'm just trying to see who has the basketball more than anything. After that, I'm not sure who's in the ball game.
I'm right with you on that one.
Just over 6 minutes remaining, and the Quakers turn it over, a 5-second call. 5 turnovers now by St. Mary of the Woods. The Quakers have 6 turnovers, and we've got a timeout on the floor. I think all of us need a timeout after the first 4. We haven't even played 4 minutes yet, and we've already seen a game's worth of action here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. The Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham 7, St. Mary of the Woods 3. This is Earlham Women's Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Are you looking for the right place to work out, a place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Inbound, and the break for the Quakers, and they'll score off that inbound. And Earlham getting on the board again, this time Newhart getting the bucket. And now we've got another whistle. And we've got a jump ball possession arrow in favor of the Pomeroys, but that'll be a possession turnover again for St. Mary of the Woods. We're just over 6 minutes remaining in this opening period, and Earlham has opened up a 9-3 lead. And one thing about this already, the amount of turnover, 6 by Earlham, 5 by St. Mary of the Woods, and we've got a whistle and a 10-second call. Now, there used to be a time in women's basketball they didn't have the 10-second rule, but they changed that a couple of years ago. And so it is an advantage for teams that like to press. And the Quakers love to press. It's Earlham basketball once again. Pomeroy stay man-to-man, but Cameron driving and floating and hitting. Boy, the defender backed off her. Just almost let her have that shot.
Well, the defender was put in a position, either her or the big girl, and sometimes you got to give up what you can.
There's another layup. Newhart for the Quakers. Newhart now 4 points, and the Pomeroys really struggling with the basketball in the back court. They'll finally get it now to Mara Canada. Here is Brianna Smith. Pomeroys wasting no time, firing up a three and hitting this one, their second bucket of the ball game. And Pomeroys, that was 34. Avalee Jeffers back the other way, and again another bucket underneath by Newhart. And Earlham leads it by 9 once again at the 5-minute mark here in the opening quarter. Pomeroy's basketball. That is Hubbard. Ball loose, another turnover. See, that'd drive me nuts. I couldn't do it. Newhart out on the run the other way, and they're going to wave it off. She traveled with it. All right, you ready? We've seen it combined now 8 and 6. So that might be 7 now. 15 turnovers. There you go. 15 turnovers here in the first. We haven't even made it
to 4 minutes.
Yeah, we haven't made it to 4 minutes yet.
6 minutes. My bad.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is.
So this could be a game where we'll see 30 turnovers on each side. How'd you like to officiate it, though?
I mean, if they just keep turning the ball over, you're getting a workout as an official. That's going back up and forth.
Well, you barely have to go down all the way to the other end of the floor before you see some turnovers. So foul is going to be called on the Quakers. Looks like they got Tannett, and that's a bad basketball right there. Try to dribble through a double team as Reimer will turn it over. Quakers quickly in transition. Tannett will drive baseline, feeds it inside to Newhart, and Newhart having a big opening period.
The way that Earlham is playing and the Pomeroys are playing, Newhart might have a career high by the end of this game.
Here's a drive to the basket. Left-hand layup is good. This time Ingram gets on the board for the Pomeroys, and you can really see why they give up 90 points per game.
Yes, you can easily see, because they like to come up and try to trap the ball handler, then they leave the people in the post just wide open.
Cameron White will drive, and that's going to put her at the line.
Well, so far we've seen Earlham has improved their layup skills.
Yeah, they've done that better. In fact, they're shooting 67% here in the opening period. The Pomeroys right now just 27%. Cameron at the line with a free throw, and it's a 10-point lead. 5 new back in. Don't even bother asking me who they all are yet. We'll just wait till they get the basketball.
And so far, that's been the difference of the game. Both teams have turned the ball over a lot, but just the difference in shots. Earlham is getting easy layups while the Pomeroys are taking three-pointers and difficult mid-range jump shots.
Well, you'd mentioned during the break, it really doesn't even appear they have an offensive set. I just think they kind of run to an open area and somebody gets trapped to get the basketball, and that's about it.
So far, that's what it looks like.
That ball loose is Delaney Jarrett on the floor for the Pomeroys. Acacia Tonette for the Quakers. Ball went out of bounds. It will stay here with St. Mary of the Woods with 11 seconds on the shot clock. The inbound, and I'm not sure who that was supposed to be to, but luckily they bring it out of the backcourt. Jarrett was like, is that me? Jarrett down the lane, off the glass, too hard. And the rebound for the Quakers, that was Spears. Back the other way, Cameron misses the layup, and the rebound by Smith. Pomeroy's wasting no time again. Here's Hubbard. She's out of Speedway, Indiana. The spark plugs of Speedway. 5 new players are coming in. 16 on the shot clock, and there's a double dribble.
I think this might be the longest group we've seen so far.
Would they get 20 seconds?
Might have been 30.
10 turnovers. Now, Hubbard has 4 of those. That stat is going to be a one to watch. By the way, you can follow along live stats on GoEarlham.com if you choose to do so, as the Quakers will come back the other way. And Wiesner has checked into the Earlham lineup. Earlham has a very small squad out there. Wiesner fires from the corner and misses. And the rebound by Delaney Kendall. She played her high school basketball at Plainfield High School. Quakers getting a deflection. Wiesner there for Earlham. Ball kicked into the corner. One dribble, pull-up jumper on the way is missed as Catherine White can't bring it down. And Spears comes away with it for Earlham. The helter-skelter game of basketball here in the first quarter continues. Foul's going to be called on Catherine White. So I'm curious, if you are recruiting at the high school level and you're wanting players to come and play for you at St. Mary of the Woods, what do you tell them? What's your sales pitch?
We get a lot of steals, and you'll have a lot of open shots in transition.
And you're going to run a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Earlham loves to press, too, as Tonette drives, and I'm not sure, did they count that basket? I looked like the underneath official had called it the other way, but apparently not. So they'll call the basket good. So Acacia Tonette gets her first 2. And the foul's going to be called against Catherine White. She's out of Maconaquah High School. And Earlham, 22 points here in the opening period. And there's another turnover by St. Mary of the Woods.
St. Mary of the Woods coach just put his head into both his hands. I feel like he does that a lot every game.
Well, if you're going to play this style of basketball, you better accept the idea that you're going to have a lot of turnovers.
And then just they're not even getting a lot of shots up. Looks like they have more turnovers than
they have 11
shots.
turnovers, 13 shots. Very close.
Almost.
The ratio there just doesn't – you don't want those kind of numbers.
And
now, Earlham's turned it over.
Yeah.
Earlham's turned it over 7 times. That's a little bit more than they want as far as the pace of this game.
It's just quality of shots. The Pomeroys are taking a lot of jump shots while Earlham is taking a lot of layups. The layups will beat jump shots 100% of the time.
Well, I'm not – and again, every coach has his philosophy and his style of what he wants to play, but I'm not sure it's going to be a formula for success to do this game in and game out. I guess I don't understand. You want to play better defense and take care of the basketball, and right now they don't do either one well. There's another whistle. Foul's going to go against Cameron White. I guess it's the old school in me somewhere that says this formula is not going to work. Now
I'm part of the new school, and I don't think this is going to work.
I guess the idea is you're going to be like UNLV of years ago, just outscore everybody, but there's another turnover.
Now, that team was a whole different story. The Running Rebels.
Oh, man. By the way, they beat Blackburn this year 103-99. They beat IU Southeast, which I think is a pretty decent win. That ball goes out of bounds. IU Southeast generally pretty decent in women's basketball. They won that one 84-83. So they win their first 2 games, getting up and down the floor a lot, but right now they're trailing by 16.
Well, they do half of what they want. They forced a lot of turnovers. It's the offense to where they struggle. It seems like Blackburn and IU Southeast, their offense was clicking, which is why they scored a lot of points. If your offense does not click with this style, then it's just it's going to be a very long night. They're forcing the turnovers by the Quakers. They're just not scoring.
Well, they just had their 12th or 13th? That's their 13th turnover here in the opening period.
This might be one of the longest first quarters I have witnessed.
And you've got class at 7?
Sometime around that.
You may not make it. Quakers inbound to that left corner. Here's Spears. Quakers able to dribble out of the trap. Down the lane, the missed shot. Rebound, put back, no. And the ball stays in Earlham's possession. They get a brand new shot clock. Here is White, and she got hammered on the way to the basket. Earlham had missed bowling, missed the shot. Newhart missed her first shot before they got the rebound and the putback for Cameron White, at least going to the line. Well, now the Pomeroy's hitting 23% of their shots as that free throw's no good. Quakers still hitting at 58%. Kyra Joseph will check in, number 34 now for the Quakers. Her first minutes of today's game. Second free throw is good, and Earlham has now opened up a 19-point lead here in the first quarter of play.
I think in today's ball game, Earlham can get everybody involved into the game today.
Yeah, they might have this thing blown away by the time we get to halftime. Rebound Newhart. Here's Tanette. Lead pass for White. Quakers out on the run. Joseph will kick it back outside now to Bowling. You're right, shoot the basketball. Quakers set up in the half court. Joseph trapped on the wing. Turnover for the Quakers. Coming up on 30 seconds remaining here in the first half of play, or should say the first period of play. Miss on the shot, and the rebound put back by Catherine White. Pomeroy's make it double figures here in the first quarter. Quakers quickly the other way. Here's Tanette. Will find Joseph. Joseph in the circle. Now looks to get rid of it, and it goes out of bounds with 14 seconds remaining. 5 new in for St. Mary of the Woods. Quakers come back with just 1 change. That'll be McFarland will check in. And we're down to, again, the final 14 seconds here in this opening period of play. There is White on the drive off the front of the rim. The rebound, Hubbard. Hubbard pushing. Hubbard down in numbers, will take it herself and score in the layup. She goes coast to coast and scores. 2 seconds remaining, and the Quakers will run out of time here in an up and down first period of play. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham 27, St. Mary of the Woods 12. This is Earlham Women's Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sport.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
All right, Gerard's going to have fun in period number 2, and then he's going to go to class and think about what he did here tonight.
Exactly. Welcome back to the AWC Earlham College women's basketball. We get set to start the second quarter. Earlham will have the ball to begin the quarter.
13 turnovers by St. Mary of the Woods in the first quarter. The Quakers had 8.
And nearly another turnover by the Quakers, but able to recover by number 15, Kendall Spears. Bowling finally takes a jump shot, and she is successful with it to push the lead to 17 for the Quakers, 29-12 to start the fourth quarter.
There won't be much room for me to do color and analyzing here, so you might as well just keep it and keep it going, huh?
I got you. The Pomeroys, number 22, gets an open three in and out from Mara Kenyatta. Cameron White on another easy fast break opportunity sets up Zoe Curtis for the easy layup. Earlham back into that press. Hubbard dribbles up, nearly has it stolen, but gets fouled by Acacia Tenet.
Good job.
Finally able to get
We're
it.
breaking you of some of those bad habits, huh?
Quick learner. And as another 5 substitution for the Pomeroys. Inbound pass to the Pomeroys. I think this might be the first time they actually called an offensive set.
They don't really mean it, though.
3-point shot by number 32, Margaret Reamer, is good for the Pomeroys. Cameron White quickly dribbles it up. A bad pass by White, though, as Reimer gets the steal and finishes the layup. 14-point lead for the Quakers, 31-17, with just a little bit under 9 minutes to go in the second quarter.
You know, the Quakers are kind of used to this pace because they like to play this way, but if you're not used to this pace, it can really wreak a lot of havoc on your offense.
It can wreak a lot of havoc, but it can also have a lot of success. Kendall Spears hits the three-pointer, push the lead back to 17 for the Quakers. Pomeroys in the half-court offense. Number 3.
See, I'm not so sure they just don't say, listen, let's isolate whoever, and we'll spread out, you go take it.
It's what it looks like. She dribbled the entire possession, found her hole, was able to get to the basket and get fouled. But it's just a dribble drive. If the person's man comes over and helps, kick it out, 3-point shot. If you get an opening, shoot it.
You know, I'm going to do something strategic here. I'm going to put a stopwatch on their subs. See how long they stay in, okay? Because I'm not doing anything else right now. So.
Another 5 substitutions for the Pomeroys. Cameron White up the court. She's going to decide to take it all the way, but gets blocked by number 4, Peyton Hayes. I think now you can start the stopwatch. The 5th one just came in.
We're going to do actual game playing time here, so
okay.
we can stop and go. So right now it's 12 seconds. I don't even know if you even feel like you came out of the ball game. I guess you would if you came out, but you'd be on the bench. You'd be back in so quickly that
maybe in the third quarter you'll start to feel like you're running a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to do actual game playing time. So.
Pomeroys bring it up. Looking into the post. Well, triple team, but able to get it out. Blocked by Kendall Spears. And then fouled by number 24, Delaney Jarrett. The double negatives you're talking about, a block and a foul.
You know, here's the other thing, and it was a great block there, and you know they're not going to, shot fake you, so you might as well try and get the block. They want to get that shot off as quickly as they can.
Mm-hmm. Good pass by White as Wiesner takes it all the way up the floor. Had a 3-on-1 but decided to pull it back. White will not. Offensive rebound by Zoe Curtis, but gets called for the travel. I think that's the first or second turnover for the Quakers in the second quarter.
But also they're in double figures now. 10 turnovers.
Surprisingly, I don't think St. Mary's has turned it over so far this quarter.
If they have, it'd be one because they were either 12 or 13 at the end of that first quarter.
I'm pretty sure it was 13 going into the second quarter. So far, I don't think they've turned it over. And almost 3 minutes of action in the second quarter.
And they're making changes.
Number 4, Peyton Hayes comes off the screen for the easy layup for the Pomeroys. 30. What's up?
I was just going to say I don't think the coach is going to be by the way, 108 of actual playing time. So you're thinking every 1 minute you make a change? Mm-hmm. We're going to reset and try it again, though. We want to be scientific about this. But I'm pretty sure Earlham wasn't happy about that defense. That's just too open down the lane for the Pomeroys. And there's another turnover.
Inbound turnover by Cameron White. Pomeroy's 3-point shot by number 42, Montgomery Porter, which is off the mark. Cameron White brings it up. Nearly another turnover by the Quakers. Knocked out of bounds by Porter.
Well, now Earlham's doing that. They're bringing in 3.
Well, I don't think that coach was happy with their play so far in the second quarter. More turnovers. And as we see a turnover by Kayla Bowling, bounces it off her foot. Another turnover for the Quakers in the second quarter.
It's kind of catching, isn't it? They turn it over. Earlham turns it over. I think sometimes you can play a little faster than you want to.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think you could play any faster than what St. Mary's plays. They play at a freakishly fast pace.
Is it? But seems more reckless to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it just nothing feels solid.
No, it is not in control. A turnover by the Pomeroy, steal by Wisner, and she gets the easy layup. Pushes the lead to 16 for the Quakers, 36-20 with 6:15 to go in the second quarter. Pomeroys bring it up. Number 34, Jeffers. Looking into the post. As we see a dive on the floor, jump ball. Possession goes to the Pomeroys, and another substitution.
103. So they're doing a little quicker now.
I think they go every minute. Every minute, and then throwing a few seconds, give or take, for the subs.
We'll do one more little survey here just to see if you're correct, okay?
So we got 108 and 103 so far. Good defense by Newhart. Knocks it out of bounds.
Well, I just tell you what, and again, this is going to sound really, in many ways, negative, but I think it just leads to some really bad habits. Basketball is, you can be a fast-paced team, but I just think that the way that sometimes St. Mary's plays is in an overall formula, it's not going to be a successful formula for them.
And, I mean, so far to start the season, they're 2-6 and on a 6-game losing streak. So it hasn't worked for them so far. I give them credit. They play hard. But the style of just no offense, it just comes back to bite them.
Well, and that's why, you look at the shooting percentage. They're giving up nearly 50%. That's why they give up so many layups. And Earlham's missed some layups tonight, too.
Mm-hmm. As we see a foul call on Earlham. Number 10, Cameron White, picks up the foul. And number 5.
Some people say it's fun to watch. It's to a point, but I think when you're looking at 15 turnovers and 12 turnovers on the other side, I think basketball purists would say that's not fun to watch.
Not fun to watch. I think when they played Blackburn and scored over 100 points, if they were scoring like that, then this style of play becomes really fun to watch.
Yeah.
But when you can't score, and they've scored a lot better in the second quarter, credit them. But when you're not scoring like you want to in this type of style, it looks very sloppy rather than fun to watch.
Well, I still have to go back to the formula for success, and Earlham turned it over again. I'm just not sure if that is your philosophy, that you're going to find a whole lot of success long term.
3-point shot good by Sydney Ingram, cuts the Earlham lead to 13. 38-25. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Bowling steps out of bounds for her second straight turnover.
53 seconds. You're right. About every minute they've gone to the bench. So,
and right now, Earlham, Coach Watson cannot be happy with how her team is playing in the second quarter. Just so many turnovers. They're at 14 now. They almost have as much as St. Mary's.
Yeah. Well, and again, it's one of those things, if you try to play into their hands, you can get right back into it if you're St. Mary's.
And with their style, a lot of quick shots. I understand why they get 40 rebounds a game. They take a lot of deep threes, so a lot of long rebounds goes out to their guards. Foul by number 35, Newhart.
Well, and Newhart she really doesn't have to foul right there. She's not going to shoot that shot from that far away. No. Smith was one of those players who wants to play down inside. But it looks like we're going to get a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well, and we're still 4:47 remaining here in the second quarter. And the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham on top of this one, 38-25.
Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond. Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
Well, Gerard still has class at 7. He might not make it. You're at you still have 23 minutes, but we have 4:47 remaining in this quarter.
And at the rate this game's going, my teacher might give me detention.
That's the odds are you may not make it.
As we see the Pomeroys inbound it, number 24, Delaney Jarrett gets fouled.
Well, I want you to think about this for just a second.
Mm-hmm.
That clock stops every turnover. See, it stopped 29 times in the first half. It stops on timeouts. We've had a couple of those.
Well, I'll put it to you like this, Troy. We're just under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Game started at 6 and it's 6:40.
Yeah.
And we played 10-minute quarters. But all in all, this is a question I want to bounce off you, Troy. For the Quakers, you play a team like this after your first game in conference. What do you think you take out of this? Because you're not going to really see this type of style or team in the conference.
Well, the only one might be close would be Rose-Hulman. Would be Hanover. There's a 3. But I'm not sure. I guess one thing is I'd still try to play a little more under control.
Mm-hmm.
If I'd make them slow it down a little bit more if I can.
Well, I'm playing a team like St. Mary's. You've turned it over 14 times. St. Mary's, from what we have seen, just doesn't have really the offense to make Earlham pay. But you know, in the conference, you turn it over 14 times in the first 15 minutes.
You're in trouble.
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of teams will get transition off that, and they'll get points off your turnovers. That may not be the case tonight, but I still think I'd try to slow it down a little bit. They're going to come after you one way or the other. And I think Earlham's got enough ball handlers, but don't play so fast that you become out of control along with them.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what St. Mary's wants you to do. They want you to play their style, which is why they do it.
Yeah.
And what Earlham needs to work on, I would think the rest of the game is just play your game. I understand if you want to go fast, but playing out of control because of them is something other teams will be able to take advantage of. Another turnover by Bowling, trying to do another fast break to Kendall Spears.
Well, they got one, and Earlham got one.
Mm-hmm. Number 34, Avlee Jeffers attempts the 3, rebounded by Earlham.
See, and when they played, sorry, but I got to mention this. When they play defense, they just go whoever. I don't think anybody's guarding anybody.
And which is why you see Earlham, you see a foul on Bowling. You know, it looks like It really looks like we're watching like playground basketball, as you say.
Yeah, it is.
You know, we're not seeing like assigned defensive assignments, trying to really work on your one-on-one game. It really just looks like playground basketball.
And whoever's closest, go get them, right?
Exactly, yeah. And, you know, it looks like she can't handle the ball that well, so I'll leave my man and go try to pick up a back steal real quick.
Yeah.
And number 3, Delaney Kendall at the line. She misses her first. Knocks the second one down. 41-27, Earlham with 3:45 to go in the second quarter. A steal by the Pomeroys. Kendall with the easy layup. And it's things like that. Like, you're having a lot of trouble inbounding the ball against this press. If I'm a team in the conference and I get a hold of this tape, we will press you all game. It seems like you guys have a lot of trouble with pressure.
Yeah, Earlham has not handled it well because you're talking about now they have more turnovers than St. Mary of the Woods, 17-16.
And as we just said, St. Mary's just doesn't so far have the offense not knocking down shots. But I tell you what, if they catch like a little bit of rhythm and knock down a few threes, they got the lead in this ball game.
Well, and you're only down by 12 now, which I think if I'm St. Mary of the Woods, I feel pretty decent about that, especially since I'm shooting only 37%.
Another turnover by Earlham and a foul by number 12, Kayla Bowling. And exactly, you're down 12, going to the free throw line, have an opportunity to cut it to 10. So it's just you hit a couple of shots here and there, all of a sudden you find yourself down one or have the lead. So if I'm Earlham, it seems like they're playing down to the level of competition right now. And if I'm Coach Watson, this is just would not be happy the way my team's playing. As you said, 18 turnovers with still 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. 20 turnovers in a half.
Yeah.
We talk about 20 turnovers in a game being a lot.
Yeah, that pace is way too high. Well, that didn't hit the rim, by the way.
As we see a kick ball by the Pomeroy, so I don't know if the shot clock resets.
It should not, because they used to reset it, but that penalized the defense at times a lot, and so they've decided to not do that.
I think it just resets to 15.
There, get it in.
Inbound by the Quakers. Double team by the Pomeroys. Bowling gets a good shot of it. Rebound by Zoe Curtis. Kendall Spears with the dribble drive. Misses the layup. Rebounded by the Pomeroys, number 4, Peyton Hayes. And it really looks like the second quarter, Earlham and St. Mary's are just mirrors of each other, because I don't even see Earlham running a lot of offense, too. Good fast break by the Quakers. Zoe Curtis with the layup off the assist by Bowling. As we see Earlham, their full court press. Another turnover and a foul. Acacia to net. I don't know if you count that as a turnover.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
With the forced turnover and the foul. And the Pomeroys make another swamp of players.
Well, let's say I play this fast game for 3 quarters of the court. Why do you try to play it in that quarter when you really know that if you can run a half-court set, try to make it a productive half-court set?
And I think the ref just called.
He got number 2, I think. Didn't he get Hubbard?
Well, it looked like he had made the intentional foul signal with his hands, but I guess not. But, yeah, he got Hubbard with the foul. And both teams have equal amount of turnovers at 18.
Now you know somebody's open. You had 3 players in that half of the floor. You got to keep your head up and your eyes up.
Kendall Spears with the bucket, 45-30 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Porter with the ball.
She travels.
Gets called for the travel. Another turnover by the Pomeroys and another swamp of players.
All right, you have a minute 49, 18 and 19. So what are the odds we're going to get to 20 each? Pretty good.
I bet money on it. Under 2 minutes ago. Maybe 22. Acacia to net pushes up. There's a 2-on-2 fast break. McFarland with the small jump shot off. She gets her own rebound. Double teamed under the basket. Is able to get it out. Kendall Spears with the drive. Floater and good. Another bucket by Kendall Spears. Pushes the lead to 17 for the Quakers. 47-30 with just under a minute and a half.
She's shaky. 34 didn't want anything to do with that basketball there.
Has any of them wanted to, though?
Well, especially your bigs get out in no man's land. You can kind of tell when they're looking around wanting some help.
Mm-hmm. And there's another foul by the Pomeroys. McFarland will go to the free throw line. Foul on 32, Margaret Reamer.
I'm going to give you a little more advanced stats right there. What do you think? I don't want you to be bored.
Oh, I'm not bored. And number 24, Ashley Meadows, enters the game for the first time today.
You've now seen 64 shots attempted in the first half.
And almost 40 turnovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this quarter, St. Mary's has 6 while Earlham has committed 10. 10 turnovers in a quarter. It's just, you have the lead by almost 20, but it's just the style, the way you're playing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel too happy about it, knowing how much we can improve in the second half.
Well, Taylor shot that 3 and missed it badly, and then the Quakers
just
come down and turned it over again.
Mm-hmm.
I just always have kind of thought about the value of a possession of a basketball, and you give it back. I know it's kind of evening out when you talk about the amount of turnovers here, but when you kind of think about if you could cut yours in half and you have 19, let's say you only have 8, how many points could you have scored off 8 possessions?
You can easily score. I mean, just an extra 8 possessions just helps you get shooters into a rhythm, get your offense into a rhythm. So there's so much more you can do with 8 possessions. And as we see, another floater by Kendall Spears pushes the lead to 21 for Earlham, 51-30 with 40 seconds to go in the quarter. But just any time you can get extra possessions, it'll help you more than it can hurt you.
It certainly does.
And as we just said, Earlham will have a 20-point lead going into the halftime, but nearly 20 turnovers. And as we were saying earlier, you do that against any team in your conference, and you might be down 20 at halftime.
Well, this is a pretty nice run by Earlham here, though, at the end of the second quarter.
Specifically, Kendall Spears.
Yeah.
I believe she has scored the last 10 points for the Quakers, as she has found herself a rhythm. And in and out shot by number 43, Brianna Smith, to end the half. Earlham up 53-30.
Well, tell you what, we'll come back. He's got to go to class, which I don't quite understand why you're going to class. I mean, you are here for your education, but come on. We always skip class.
I know, right?
All right, halftime score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham 53, St. Mary the Woods 30. Your halftime numbers coming up in just a couple of moments right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
We are back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center as the halftime score, and it's a big one, 53-30. And the numbers, really, when you look at these halftime numbers, they really show that it's been a kind of a strange first half. I'm going to start with the turnovers first, simply because we've had a combined 39 in the first half, 20 by the Pomeroys and 19 by the Quakers. And the guards are the ones that are really turning the basketball over. When you look first off with the Pomeroys, Ingram has 4, 3 by Canada, Hubbard with 4. And on the other side of the ledger, 6 turnovers by Bowling, 4 by White, 3 by Tannett, and Wiesner with 2 turnovers. So now their team really taking care of the basketball at all here in the first half of play. All right, let's start first off with the team roundup for the Pomeroys. They shot 33% in the first half, just 25% from three-point range. They went 6 of 10 from the line. Again, 20 turnovers. They scored 14 points off turnovers. The Quakers ended up scoring 28 points off turnovers. We'll run down the rest of their numbers in a couple of moments. 11 rebounds in the first half by the Pomeroys, and they also finished with 13 steals and 5 assists. For the Quakers, they ended up shooting 58%. They were 22 of 38. A lot of those layups in the first half, only 2 of 4 from three-point range, good enough for 78% from the line at 7 for 9. And again, the 19 turnovers, but on the other side for the Quakers, they scored 28 points off the 14 turnovers by the Pomeroys. The Quakers finished with 28 rebounds, so they finished with 17 more boards than St. Mary of the Woods. Quakers had 11 offensive boards in the first half, 14 bench points, 13 steals, and 18 assists in the first half. Only one player in double figures for St. Mary of the Woods. That was Ingram with 10. 4 points by Kendall, 5 by Reamer, 3 points by Jeffers, 2 by Hubbard. Hayes had 2. Canada, take that back, Canada had 0 points. White with 2, and Jarrett with 1. Also, other players that played did not score. Kraft, along with Porter and Smith. Quakers had 2 players in double figures. Spears with 13, 6 of 9 shooting in the first half on just 15 minutes of action. Curtis finished with 10, and she was 5 of 8 shooting in the first half. White with 6, Bowling with 7, Tannett with 3, Wiesner with 2, McFarland with 2, and Newhart, take that back, there were 3 players in double figures. Newhart had 10. She was 5 of 6 shooting in the first half in just 8 minutes of play. So there you have the first half numbers for both the Pomeroys and the Quakers in a game that got up and down the floor. The Quakers led after one, 27-12. They outscored St. Mary of the Woods 26-18 in the second quarter as well. We will come back and check out to the college basketball scoreboard coming up in just a few moments. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Best Western Classic of Richmond. If you're visiting the Richmond area, there's a clear place to stay. That's the Best Western Classic. You'll get the most amenities available, including indoor pool, fitness center, conference space, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and, of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, 533 West Eaton Pike. We'll be back with more in our halftime report in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is Earlham Women's Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond.
Second half action coming up in a few moments, 53-30. Let's go and get you caught up on some scores from earlier today. In fact, one game in men's college basketball is underway. It is number 10 Michigan State in the Big Ten, leading number 18 Iowa, 22-21, still 9:18 remaining in the first half. Fourth-rated Virginia tonight will take on Morgan State. Number 11 Florida State is hosting Troy. And number 12, Wisconsin, home against Rutgers. Women's college basketball, one final in tonight. Number 20, DePaul, they beat Temple 102-88. NBA action, all these games about ready to start. In fact, several of them underway here in just a few moments. Oklahoma City plays at Detroit, Golden State at Atlanta, Brooklyn hosting Cleveland, Washington at New York, Denver at Toronto, the Clippers at New Orleans, and Houston is at Minnesota. NFL Monday night game of the week, Washington is at Philadelphia, and 3 games in the NHL tonight. Tampa Bay is at New Jersey, Buffalo at Nashville, and Edmonton is on the road at Dallas. We're at halftime. We're about ready to get things underway here in the second half. Stay right there. You'll get the rest of this one. It's going to be interesting. Both teams getting up and down the floor. We'll see what adjustments are made at the half. And the second half coming up in a little bit right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
At Earlham College, we all share something special.
We care about each other and the world we're building together.
We meet on the Heart, the center of campus, where we hang out and support each other's endeavors.
You won't find fraternities or sororities here. We value an inclusive community that embraces our individual and cultural differences.
Prepare to get involved. We are community builders, status quo challengers, and advocates for social change.
That's our community. That's Earlham.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boy's Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boy's Pizza. 765-488-0023.
We're back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Thanks for being with us on this Monday night. The Quakers leading as we're getting ready for the third quarter, 53-30 live stats, as we mentioned earlier on GoEarlham.com. And we're ready to get this one underway in the third. It'll be Pomeroy basketball. Hey, we're back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Sorry for jumping off there for a couple of moments. 61-31. We'll get you updated with our scoreboard here in just a couple of moments. As we mentioned, live stats as we go along here tonight as well. But while we were away, Quakers ended up scoring 61 now. So it's 61-31. And we're at 7:54 remaining. here in the first, or should say in the third quarter of play. So we're going to update our website and our stats and everything else. There we go. So 7:54 here in the third. And Earlham has now opened up a 30-point lead. Earlham pressing as well here in this third quarter as the Pomeroys get it across the timeline. And will work in the half-court offense. Smith will find Hubbard on the left wing. The kick out here is Taylor for three, no good. And Acacia Tennant with a rebound for Earlham. And Earlham quickly the other way. On the drive, basket is good, and she's fouled. Wiesner gets to the line for the three-point play potential here in this third quarter. And Earlham really starting to run away with things here in the third, now leading it by 32. Earlham looking to pick up their second win in a row after beating Anderson on Saturday. And it appears they've started to settle down a little bit again here in the third. Quakers with 20 turnovers, 22 turnovers now by St. Mary of the Woods. Quakers being led now by Spears with 17 points. Newhart 10, Curtis with 10, and 11 by Bowling. And a brand new 5 coming in again for St. Mary of the Woods. Fresh 30 on the shot clock now for the Pomeroys as they inbound. Shot fake, pull-up jumper on the way, no good as Sydney Ingram unable to pull that one through. Here come the Quakers. Wiesner and a traveling call against the Quakers. And so Earlham has now turned the basketball over 21 times here tonight. And the Pomeroys will put it in play. Cameron White will come back in. Jeffers with the basketball. The handoff there to Ingram. Shot clock at 18. They haven't run it down very much here tonight. Good look at Huddleston there. And here's a three from the top off the glass and good. Looked like that was number 10. That was Catherine Kraft. As Earlham quickly pushing the ball across the timeline with the 64-34 lead. To net. Wiesner, three on the way short. Rebound, Bowling, put back, no. And the Quakers back on defense once again. Earlham had a pretty good look twice. Here's a three from the left wing. That's going to be missed. Rebounded for the Quakers. Newhart gets the board. Off the missed shot by Kraft. Earlham back the other way. And there's another travel. Earlham another turnover. That's 22. We've had a combined 44 turnovers. Pomeroys will come with 5 new players. Quakers will now bring into the lineup here in the third, Maddie Crodel. Getting it across the timeline is Kendall. The drive, the throw in the corner, the shot on the way good. 3-point basket. And Earlham's going to call a timeout following the three by Mara. Canada will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers lead at 64-37.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage and Wayne?
We're back here at Acacia Tennant with the basket. 66-37 your score. Here's a turnaround shot in the lane. Good by Brianna Smith. Wiesner with the basket the other way as we try to get the scoreboard back on for about the 14th time. We'll try to get you updated on the game clock as well. There's another turnover by the Pomeroys. This game has turned out about like this broadcast here tonight. 5:07 remaining. White on the drive and a foul call. So 5:04 to go. Smith will pick up the foul. That'll be her second. And here is White at the line. 6 points by White. She is 4 of 6 from the line. We remain in the third quarter. Second free throw by White is good. The Quakers have now hit 70 points. Earlham coming off a game in which they had 77 against Anderson. So back-to-back 70-point nights for the Quakers. Pomeroy's basketball, they will come with 5 new, which is kind of the norm. There's another 3. That's number 11, which is Callan Taylor. Quakers have a 3-on-1 break to net the floater and can't get it to go. And the rebound by Crodel there for the Quakers, and they'll get a fresh 30. Wiesner sets for 3. Got it. Quakers are still shooting over 50%, 58% in the ball game. And Pomeroy's this time will get a timeout. We'll see if we can hang on as well. Quakers with the lead, 73-42, with just over 4 minutes remaining in the third.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
We are coming up on the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Quakers now a 31-point lead. Pomeroy's got the timeout. 3 fouls for the Quakers here in the quarter. Pomeroy's with 4. I don't think we've made it to 5 in any one quarter so far. Wiesner with a near steal there for the Quakers. Huddleston off now to Ingram. Shot clock down to 9. A little two-man game going on. Ingram in the lane will turn. Shot with the left hand, missed it. Gets the offensive rebound, put back good. Quakers out rebounding the Pomeroys 38-15. There is Zoe Curtis with the left hand, gets it to go. Pomeroys back across the timeline once again. They've had Avalee Jeffers bring the ball up the floor several times tonight. Here is Ingram with the basketball. Wants to hand it off, but Cameron White stops her defensively. Here's Kraft for 3. That's way off the mark, and the ball coming loose in the lane. The Quakers able to get the rebound with Bowling, and Earlham back the other way. Entry now to Zoe. Zoe gets a lot of contact, no whistle. And the Pomeroys head back the other way. They'll bring another 5 in here in just a couple of moments. As soon as we get the next dead ball, another turnover. This is really ugly basketball at times here tonight. Bowling will hit the layup. Quakers now leaded by 33. This game has been anything but pretty when you talk about a combined 46 turnovers in this one here tonight. Off the drive, Ingram. Left hand good, and she's fouled. Earlham has been able to do it here tonight when you consider how many points they've scored off of the turnovers by St. Mary of the Woods. Quakers with 36 of their points off turnovers. At the line is Sydney Ingram out of Beaver Creek, Ohio, and the free throw's on the way and good. She'll complete the three-point play. Back in the ball game, Catherine White played at Mechanical High School, a sophomore at 5'11". And the Pomeroys will continue to press here in the third. Tanette gets away from the double team, brings it across the timeline. Tanette will now set it up to Wiesner. Kyra Joseph in the ball game now for Earlham. Bowling off the dribble, banks it off the glass, misses. Ball loose in the lane. It'll be Pomeroy basketball. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Here's Reimer in the corner. Three-point shot on the way by White, no good. And the rebound for the Quakers. Acacia Tanette will lead the ball down the floor right into the awaiting arms of the Quakers. That was Zoe Curtis running the floor, and the Quakers now have 79 in this one here tonight. There's your bigs running the floor, and that's going to be a travel. Another turnover by St. Mary of the Woods. That's going to be 25 turnovers. Rosie Newhart checking into the ball game for the Quakers. Looks like Payne will come in as well. That's going to be Maya Payne. Payne is out of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia. In fact, she is a freshman. Tanette's going to have to hurry to get it across the timeline, and she will not do so. So Earlham another turnover. That's their 23rd. Earlham still shooting at 58%, but most of those have been layups here tonight. They have not had to shoot the three. In fact, they've only attempted 7 3-pointers. Here's a three the other way. That's going to be good. Number 11 again, Callan Taylor. Earlham quickly the other way. Got away with a travel there. The ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay here. Pomeroys come with 5 new. Now, I said it before when Gerard was here. I'm not sure that the formula that St. Mary of the Woods puts together, and there's a whistle and a timeout for the Quakers. We'll keep it here for this timeout, but the formula that they've used is going to get you a couple of wins now and then, but disciplined teams are going to be able to handle your press, and I think that's been the case so far this year, even when you look back to the Rose-Hulman game in which they managed just 55 points, gave up 91. Their last three games, they have given up 90, 84, and 91 points after giving up 99 and 83 in their first 2 games. And it is, I guess, a kind of a interesting way to do it for Robert Belf in his first season. I just don't think it's in the long run going to win you many ball games. So following the timeout, Quakers off the inbound, and Joseph is going to be fouled at midcourt. So that'll be team foul number 5, and Kyra Joseph will go to the line. Joseph so far tonight has not scored. Quakers could get to 80 right here, and they will. .110 remaining here in the third quarter. Second free throw is no good. And it'll be Pomeroy's basketball. It's always kind of hard to tell who's in the ball game at any one time because they substitute as often as they do. But we've got a foul call against the Quakers. Acacia Tennette will pick up the foul. This will be Huddleston. Tennette will come out. Back in for the Quakers, Cameron White, the junior out of Louisville, Kentucky. Still a 30-point lead. Second free throw is no good. Quakers come away with it. Joseph got the tip and another whistle. And we've got a foul called against Cameron White. So a turnover for the Quakers. White committing her 6th turnover of the night. And it'll be Mount St. Mary basketball. On the pivot, the shot of the way, that's off the mark. And we're going to put the time back 45 seconds on the clock. It'll be Quaker basketball. Here come another new 5 now for St. Mary of the Woods. Quakers will inbound. There's Joseph to White. Payne nearly turning it over as White will bail her out there. Here's White. Cameron taking it strong. Has that shot blocked out of bounds. Trying to draw the foul on the drive. And it'll stay here with the Quakers with 32.4 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Quakers still have 14 on the shot clock. Here is Payne for 3. White will run it down, and then she starts to make the turn, dribbles out of bounds. So Earlham will give it back. Again, 23 seconds remaining here in the first, or should say the third quarter. Pomeroys are kind enough to give it back as well. Pomeroy's now with 26 turnovers. Quakers still have 10 seconds to go. Here's Payne on the drive, layup good. So Payne gets on the board, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers lead this one 82-50. This is Earlham Women's Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sport.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Well, we're down to our final 10 minutes of the helter-skelter basketball we have seen here tonight. Quakers with a 32-point lead. It would take a major collapse for them to lose this game here tonight. But neither team has played well, but Earlham has been able to overcome their turnovers by shooting the basketball much better. Tennette will drive. Quakers making another change in their lineup as Shea Stanley is now checked in, number 23. So Earlham has gone to their bench a little bit deeper than they normally would. Here's Stanley, 3 in the corner. That one rims in and out. Rebound by White, put back good, and she's fouled. Well, the Quakers are going to get an opportunity to get to 100 tonight. We still have over 9 minutes remaining here in the fourth, and they only played, by the way, that group right there played 14 seconds in the quarter, and they're out again already. So now White will go to the line. Quakers are going to get a chance to get to 100, I think, pretty easily. 15 points away, and the way they've been going tonight, they have averaged 27 points every quarter. So Pomeroy's basketball, and we've got another whistle, and as often as we stop the clock in this one tonight, there's going to be plenty of time. Foul's going to go against the Quakers. They got number 50, Crodel, on the foul. Ball stripped out of the hands there of Jeffers. Three-pointer no good from the left wing. Ball goes out of bounds. The miss, by the way, was Catherine Kraft, and it'll go back to the Quakers. After tonight, the Quakers will travel to Bluffton coming up on Wednesday night. Then they'll be back here on Saturday against Manchester. That is a 2 o'clock start time, so the Quakers have 2 conference games coming up. I guarantee the game will be a lot slower in their next 2 contests than what they saw tonight. Take that back. White will throw that one up. Miss. Crodel with the rebound. Put back with the left hand. Good. Maddie Crodel, the junior out of Danville. And Earlham now leading it by 37. Pomeroy basketball once again. Well, they really throw the ball around. I'm not sure sometimes that they pass well. That's pretty evident on that one, as that could be a foul, but it's going to be an over and back, I believe, unless they do call the foul on the Pomeroys, and I think they're going to. That's going to be Peyton Hayes. And here's another new 5 in. So Hayes will pick up the foul. She is out of Mount Vernon, Illinois, played at Rend Lake College before transferring to Mount St. Mary's. Bowling across the timeline. Bowling finds an opening. Here's Tanette. Releases the 3, missed it. And the rebound by Reimer for Mount St. Mary's. And they'll try to run again. And guess what? 29 turnovers. I know fans watching have to be wondering what kind of basketball there is. Crodel missed the layup. Boy, she had a puppy right there, but Tanette with the steal and another turnover by Mount St. Mary's, and that'll put Acacia Tanette at the line. But you look at this game and you just, again, I still kind of shake my head that is that a formula for Robert Belf? Is it going to work? Do you try to keep subbing 5 in at a time, and do you keep pressing to the point where you're really not even in any kind of a defensive mindset most of the night? You've given up 54% shooting. Second free throw is good. Something would have to change, I would think, and maybe go more traditional. There's a drive down the lane. Basket is good. That is Delaney Kendall. Quakers hustling back the other way. They missed the shot. Bowling. Crodel goes down, and Crodel hopefully is okay. She went down a little bit awkward there. Quakers come with 2, and the Pomeroys come with 5 more. Now, I'm not even sure they're getting a minute in. They were doing it about a minute at a time, and it appears now they're going about 30 seconds at a time of actual playing time. Still 14 on the shot clock. Quakers will inbound on the baseline. Earlham will have to hurry, and a dangerous pass and a foul. So another turnover by Earlham. 26 now by Earlham. I think Bowling has picked up the foul, and that's going to be her 4th. Wiesner will come back in for the Quakers. So Pomeroy basketball, and we still have 7:54 remaining. We haven't even played 3 minutes here in the third. Taylor takes it all the way to the baseline, goes opposite. They're looking inside. Tried to go big that time with Brianna Smith, and she misses it. Here come the Quakers back the other way. Payne will drive, and the ball gets stuck between the rim and the backboard. Possession arrow is in favor of the Pomeroys. Well, we will go to the line. This will be Maya Payne. Payne so far tonight, 2 points, and it'll stay at 2. Quakers trying to shoot for 90 right here. The most points they have scored this season. Coming in for the Quakers will be number 24, Ashley Meadows. Meadows, a 5'7" senior out of San Antonio, Texas. Second free throw is good. So the Quakers have now made it to 90 points here tonight. Pomeroy's basketball again. We're stopping this clock about every 10 seconds. Maya Payne picks up the foul, and 5 more players coming in for the Pomeroys. The game started at 7. Pomeroys take that back at 6. Shot's going to be missed. So we played an hour and 38 minutes, and we still over 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Pomeroy's inbound, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a 3 on the way. That's short. Jeffers can't get it to go. Quakers the other way. McFarland, lead pass intended for Payne, and another turnover by Earlham. That is now 26 by the Quakers. We've had a combined now 29 and 26. 55 turnovers here in this one tonight. So a foul at 6:54. Shea Stanley checking in. Pomeroy's inbound again from the baseline. Nobody moving to the basketball, and the Pomeroys are going to get a timeout. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham on top of this one, 90-52.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Well, the Pomeroys get the timeout before they turn it over for the 30th time. So now they'll inbound once again and do get it into play. Got a fresh 30 in the shot clock as well, as Hayes will now find Huddleston. Ball loose again, and we're going to stop the clock yet another time. Jump ball. And that means the Pomeroys will get charged with another turnover as they lose the possession arrow. Joseph back in. The Quakers will now bring out of the lineup McFarland. 17 on the shot clock. Pomeroys have trouble getting it in. They finally do so. Block shot there by Payne. Quakers come away with it. Earlham back the other way. Payne on the drive, missed it short. Rebound for the Quakers. Newhart throws it back out to Cameron White. Here's Payne again. Skip pass near side. Good shot fake. Wide open three, rims in and out as Joseph can't get it to go. Mount St. or should take that back. It'll be St. Mary of the Woods basketball once again. Quakers trying to pick up man-to-man and finally do find who to guard as Huddleston will give it off now to Ingram. Ingram guarded by Payne. Ingram on the drive, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Maya Payne, the freshman. So Ingram will go to the line, and everything 2 shots now. Once you get to the 5 fouls in women's college basketball, it is 2 shots. Acacia Tannett will come in, and coming out of the lineup for the Quakers will be Cameron White. And believe it or not, I think only 3 players came in this time for St. Mary of the Woods, not their general 5 that they've had. And now they bring another sub in at 5:55 to go here in the 4th quarter, 90-54. Pomeroys continue to press, though it has burned them more often than they want to admit. Here's Tannett, lead pass to Payne. Payne to Joseph, layup good. There's how you beat the press. Pomeroys give you up another layup. Quakers are shooting 52% in this contest here tonight. Pomeroy basketball. That one too hard off the glass, and a battle for the rebound. Shea Stanley in there to battle for the board for the Quakers. It'll be Earlham basketball. Meadows coming back in. Payne will sit down. And the Quakers will face the press once again. How about that move right there by Meadows? Near side Stanley. Joseph throws it, and then a foul called against Tannett. We'll see another 5 new players come in for Mount St. or take that back for St. Mary of the Woods. They just had these players come in maybe 15 seconds ago. So we will go to the line. This will be Tannett. Quakers now 93 points. By the way, you're looking at a team here, 32%. That is the shooting tonight for St. Mary of the Woods. Bowling is in. Tannett will sit down. And we're coming up on the 5-minute mark, and a 40-point lead for Earlham. 3-point shot, an air ball goes out of bounds. So 1 and done this time for St. Mary of the Woods, and that means the Quakers will get it back. Bowling coming in to give the Quakers an extra ball handler, though Bowling has turned the ball over 6 times here tonight. Bowling will find Meadows. Meadows now down the lane. That one off the glass. Boy, halfway down and out. The ball goes out of bounds. And let's see, it'll go back over to the Pomeroys. And we get a media timeout. How about that? We'll take a break on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 4:54 remaining. Now, wait a minute. Never mind. They're not going to give us the timeout. Aren't we? That's a media timeout. What's going on? They guess they didn't feel we needed a timeout. They're going to play through it at a 40-point lead. Back in the ball game, Hubbard. There's a drive, scoop shot way short that time by Jarrett. Quakers come away with it. Here's Bowling, the double team, and we've got another foul against Mount St. Why do I keep calling them Mount St.? Mary of the Woods. So back to the line. Here is Bowling. Bowling tonight, 6 of 12 shooting, 13 points. Now make it 14. The Quakers now 5 away from 100. So now Bowling, one of 6 players in double figures now for the Quakers. There's a travel no whistle. I think unless it's pretty blatant now, I guess they're going to let them play through it. Newhart will pick up the foul for the Quakers. Here is Smith at the line. Brianna Smith, 5'11", out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. She, too, played at Wren Lake College. Peyton Hayes, a teammate of hers at Wren Lake, and the free throw's no good. Newhart coming out. McFarland will get back in the lineup. We'll see Payne back in once again. Second free throw is off the mark, and the Quakers will have it. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Bowling, the kick out. Payne with the basketball. Joseph. Here's Bowling. Nice drive. Right side to Joseph. No. Rebound put back. No. Is Meadows can't get it to go. And the Quakers back on defense. The Pomeroys wasting no time. Here's a short jumper. That's well short. Smith can't get it to go. Fresh 30 for the Pomeroys. Back to Smith. The kick out on the near side to Ingram. And now it'll be Hayes for 3, and that's an air ball that goes out of bounds. Quakers get it back, which is a surprise right now. The Pomeroys bringing just one player in, not the traditional 5. Shea Stanley will come in now for the Quakers. And we're coming up on the 3-minute mark, a game that's been decided for quite some time in this one. There's another turnover by the Quakers. The shot on the way good by Jeffers. They will call that a 3-point basket. 96-57, and another foul on the Pomeroys. Graff will pick up the foul. We're going to see more changes here for St. Mary of the Woods. By the way, St. Mary of the Woods, one of their last 11 in the shooting department. That free throw's missed. Quakers are one of their last 9, so we've seen 2 baskets in the last 20 shots. We've seen the shooting percentages dip, as you can tell, right there on both sides. Second free throw good. Quakers back up by 40. And we're coming up on 3 minutes. There's a 3 on the way and good. Bowling trying to dribble away from the double team. Inside, and a whistle and a foul. That's going to put Joseph at the line. Quakers have shot 72 times tonight. They've made 36 field goals. St. Mary of the Woods, 20 of 63. Quakers now just 2 points away as Tanette is in. Bowling is out. Second free throw. And now Earlham 1 away from 99. Or I should say from 100. They have 99 now. They haven't changed it on the scoreboard yet. That shot's no good. Tanette tried to get the rebound. Man, should say St. Mary of the Woods with the basketball again. Here's a 3 by Catherine White. No good. McFarland with a rebound. Quakers tonight with 50. Was that 60 rebounds? It is. Earlham has 60 rebounds. That's crazy. Here's McFarland, and that's going to go out of bounds. Those are some crazy numbers. You think about that. Earlham's put up 72 shots. They've got 60 boards, and yet nobody in the lineup has 10. Earlham has not scored a field goal in the last 3 minutes and 21 seconds either. It has been one ugly ball game. There's another turnover. That's 28 by the Quakers. Here's a deep three on the way. That's off the mark as that one's missed by Jarrett. Quakers get it back again as we're coming up on 2 minutes. And there's another turnover. Well, Earlham has now tied the Pomeroys in turnovers with 29 each. So we've seen 58 turnovers here tonight. That's an amazing number. The rebounds again for Earlham, 62. I didn't even realize that until just a moment ago. 62 turnovers, 25 assists. Earlham has 21 fouls. The Pomeroys have 24. And I mentioned in the pregame that St. Mary of the Woods, nobody on their team averages 20 minutes per game, and that is holding true tonight. They have no one that has made it to 20. They've had Jeffers at 19 minutes played. And that's been it. You have everybody else other than Foley at 10 up to 17 minutes. 99-60, second free throw. Jarrett makes one of two, and the Quakers now have a minute 40 to try to get 100. Here's Tennette. Wide open three. In and out on the three. No good. Excellent look by Shea Stanley. And we head the other way. Pomeroy basketball once again. Hubbard. And we've got a whistle and an offensive foul against St. Mary of the Woods. That'll be Brianna Smith. Here's a new 5. And when the game is over, you want to check out all the numbers in this contest because you won't believe what you're seeing. Here's Tennette. Shot on the way, no good as Meadows can't get it. Put back, yes, and the Quakers are going to get to 100. Newhart, the putback off the offensive rebound, and fans were wanting 100 points, and they got it. Now a 50-point lead. Six players in double figures for the Quakers here tonight. If they can get to net another point, they'll make 7. That three's no good. Rebound, nice job there by Joseph to get the board. Meadows almost stolen from behind. Meadows and another foul call. What'd I call him this time? I don't know where I'm at now. I'm becoming delusional. It might be those 59 combined turnovers. It's Mount St. Mary's of the Joseph Woods. I don't know. At the line for the Quakers, Meadows. Five more coming in, which I'm really not sure why. By the way, St. Mary of the Woods, 2 of their last 16. Quakers 1 of 7. That's 3 of 23 shooting. The end of this game has been really ugly. Second one is no good as well. Quakers able to get the rebound. Shea Stanley, go ahead and launch that thing. You might as well. Stanley double teamed out front. Will get it once again to Payne. And there's another foul. Well, these will be all team highs, I'm sure. I know those 65 rebounds are going to be, I don't know if that's a record or not for Earlham. I know they've had 30 turnovers in a game this year. They're stuck on 101. Earlham's shooting percentage is now dipped down to 49%. Second free throw is good, and they can shut the shot clock off now. We are down to our final few seconds in this one. That one launched from the corner, and the three-pointer is good. That is Kendall. The inbound will stay in play. Here is Meadows. Stanley trying to dribble things out here late. Go ahead and take a shot. Now the Quakers, there's almost a triple team as the Pomeroys continue to play the basketball, and this one is finally over. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham 102, St. Mary the Woods 64. We'll come back and wrap it up in a moment right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Well, to tell you that was textbook basketball would certainly be not the case here tonight. Of course, everybody had their issues. We had issues tonight. Things going on, things going off, things not turning on, things going off. It was horrible, just horrible. Real quick before we get out of here, let's go run down the final scoring. Ingram 17, Kendall 10, Taylor 6, Reimer 5, Jeffers 6, Hubbard 2, Hayes 2, Kraft 3, Huddleston 1, White 2, Candidate 6, Foley 0, Jarrett 2, Porter 0, Smith 2. For the Quakers, they were led in scoring by Spears with 17, Bowling 16, 14 by Curtis, 12 by Newhart, 10 by Wiesner, 11 by White. Quakers ended up shooting 49%. St. Mary of the Woods shot 31%. Quakers finished with 65 rebounds. They out-rebounded St. Mary of the Woods 65-30. They more than doubled the rebound total. The other big number tonight for the Quakers, 25 assists, but they also turned the ball over 29 times, and Earlham ended up getting how many points? 44 points off turnovers in this one here tonight. Pomeroys again turned it over 30 times and committed 28 fouls. Quakers finished with 22 fouls. So again, ugly basketball here tonight. Quakers will take the win, though. That's 2 in a row. They will now travel to Bluffton coming up on Wednesday. That is a 7:30 tip-off time. Then back here coming up on Saturday when they take on Manchester. That will get underway beginning at 2 o'clock. Final score, Earlham 102, St. Mary of the Woods 64. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Women's Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.